Herc 916. Positivity, motivation, never settle for average. You know how we do it over here. Go to bigherc916.com. Pick you up some merch. Holler at me if you're trying to pick up a piece of art or you want some art commissioned. Or grab a bar of soap and wash your stinking ass. Ain't nothing worse than a smelly booty going into the new year. Clean your ball sack. Watch your hoo-ha. Yeah, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. A lot of you guys watch, but you don't subscribe, so support the channel. Man, you know, this immigration thing, I know you guys see it all over the place. You see thousands and thousands of people making their way from who knows what South American country through Mexico. They're not stopping all the way up till they get to the United States border. You know, whether they're hitting California, Arizona, Texas, they're making their way over here and they're flooding the country. Now, you know, they say it's illegal immigration because these people are not seeking anything legal in their immigration. And a lot of them already have destinations that they're going to. They have literally business cards with names of community centers and different programs. And you got to wonder, how does an African from Uganda have a card with a community center in Philadelphia, Chicago? How does that work, man? They've literally closed down schools, closed down public youth centers in communities, but they're opening them up for the illegals. They're kicking out veterans from places that were housing veterans who served in our armed forces, making room. These people are getting cell phones, debit cards, and housing allowances. How does that work? Well, I tell you, you know, you think that this country gives a damn. These politicians that so-called act like they work for the people don't give a damn about the people. They're only loyal to their corporate interests. They're all corporate CEOs of the state they work for. They could give a 2 cents about what the people think of them. They use the people to make them think that they have their best interests, but in all actuality, they're just there to make as much money as possible and to usher in whatever new agenda is being pushed. Now, my whole thing, when I see the immigration, I see the whole flip in the labor and workforce. So they've already tricked enough of the easily manipulated Black community and other white community, whoever else you have that have been participating in all the store robberies and stuff. 'Cause it's not just Black people, it's white people. It's a lot of people just stealing, robbing, doing what they're doing, thinking they're getting away. You know, they have the mask on still, the hoodies. And, you know, all the facial recognition stuff is just, it's been going strong way before they introduced it to us. So just believe that they will catch these people. They already have them on file. So what they're going to do is, for all those people who were stupid enough to participate in the robberies, in the rioting, burning down stuff, they're going to time it. And usually it's around election time when they want to try to get votes and make it look like they're cleaning up. They're going to swoop a lot of people up, put them in these super prisons. And when those people are gone, therefore there are job vacancies, they're going to fill it with illegal immigration workers at a lower rate and exploit that labor on top of the child labor they've already been exploiting, because there's a lot of kids coming over with no parents, and many have been found to be working in factories. They don't really talk about too much on the media, but I've seen little clips where some of these young people have been found working in factories under child labor violations. And it all boils down to the economics of what this implements and puts into play. So now the unruly, what they consider the heathens who didn't want to work because they want to rob and, smash and grab, they're in prison. Now, as soon as these people get to prison, they're going to go to work anyways because everybody in prison has a job. So these dumbasses are going to be in prison, in the factories, building furniture, tables, chairs, parts for the military, whatever else that they didn't want to do on the street in a free environment. They'll be doing it under a caged environment. Those, like I said, illegals who are here, they'll start taxing them. And then once they figure out that, hey, we've gotten maximum extraction of labor, energy, taxation, they're going to create a new task force, and they're going to round those people up and send them back. And, get rid of them before they get any type of real medical, as far as retirement benefits that tie into fully integrated into the American system. Now, in between that time, a lot of people are going to try to have kids here so they can get some type of amnesty and benefits of being U.S. citizens because, the whole thing about not separating a child from their parent. So there's a lot of things at play. These people, they don't care about you and your heritage, your community. They play to foreign interests. If they can destroy the fabric of this country, keep us all separated, keep us all thinking that we're the enemy, and you don't see that it's all about these people who want to wield power, a handful of individuals who think they have the best interest for the masses. That's why they keep showing all this stuff, because they want people to be demonized. And a lot of people are playing right into it. These dummies, like I said, smashing stuff up, broad daylight. You can see it here. Making a fool of themselves, really playing into the hands. And to think that you're going to get away with this stuff, you got to be pretty stupid. You'll be relaxing in your house one day. It could be 2-3 years later. They'll come through, smash through your window, smash your front door, snatch your ass up. Read a bunch of charges. You'll sit there looking stupid because you're thinking, hey, man, I did that years ago. You're going to prison. The Hobbs Act, whatever they want to, make it federal because they give you more time. And, the contracts for the state and the federal prisons, the private prisons are better than what they get just being in the state. Plus, you have to do 85% of your time in the feds. So they got a longer workforce and they don't have to worry about you. So you'll basically tap out of reproducing kids, being in the neighborhood. Now your kids are baby's kids because they don't have no fathers. Your stupid ass is asking your baby mama to come see you and take your phone calls. The legal dude, Sancho, is busting your girl's cheeks. Reggie's busting her girl's cheeks from Africa. Whoever is busting her girl's cheeks from China. Your girl's getting her cheeks busted from every nation while you're sitting in prison looking real stupid, beating your meat. And you played right into it. You guys are really ignorant if you think that this is not a bigger plan to let this type of crime take place and then watch them do a cleanup. They do it all the time. They did a whole cleanup in San Francisco when the Chinese, the head of the Chinese Socialist Communist Party came here. They cleaned up all the streets, power washed them, hid the homeless, because they were, showing that, hey, look, we cleaned it up for you guys. It's all bullshit. You mean to tell me they can clean that up, but they don't want to clean this other shit up? They don't want to do the right thing in these communities that need facilities and better education for the people that live there. They're getting rid of math and a lot of the English competency tests because they said it's racist. If you are clapping behind that, you are a real bum. You're a bum and you're a disgrace to yourself and to your kids. You're a loser, straight up. So, I look at all this and I see the game plan. I've seen the hardcore gangsters, thugs, all working in the factories. contracting out, happy to make $350 a month, thinking they're balling in prison, eating honey buns and top ramen and beef sausage, when you could have been out eating steak, buying property, building your family. But you're, once again, perpetuating the cycle. Single mom, knucklehead kid, and it's just ongoing. When you gonna break the cycle? When you gonna see the big picture? To think that you're gonna really make a difference by stealing some watches and a couple of necklaces and trading them for an Xbox, you guys aren't investing in anything that's gonna make you any money. That's gonna, create a mailbox check. You're just selling it to get something, and basically the money's gone before you even have time to spend it. So yeah, this illegal thing, man, is also going to be a big power play for re-election. And when a lot of people have never dealt with foreign occupation. United States has always went to other countries, Iraq, Afghanistan, Vietnam, Beirut, these other places they invaded. They're in people's backyards, patrolling the streets. How would you fare with foreigners walking your streets, coming up to your door, asking for food and demanding entry into your house? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Eventually, these people, they start in the city, then they trickle out into the country. What you going to do? You already have dumbass Americans robbing each other because they don't know how to stick together. So when you got foreign bandits of groups of people who have no loyalty to United States or its beliefs, and they want it to be borderless anyways. See, they want a world government. They want a borderless. They want us to run around just with anybody could do anything, and you don't have any sense of value in your community. So the guy who has never had any type of relationship with your family or your local church or whatever, a community center, they want that person in your neighborhood because it's a disruption. They want chaos and disruption, man. So this is part of it. It's flooding the country with people. And you got to figure, how the hell are these people all paying to get over here? Who's feeding them along this hike? Have you ever been hiking? Who's feeding these people? How many days is it? And I tell you, I know somebody who works, works the border down in San Diego, and they said, man, there's thousands. They find them all the time. Guys from groups of them, Africa, China, Pakistan, all over, man, coming over here. Who's paying for their flights? How the hell are they getting over here? It's just a joke, man. People don't want to talk about it. They want to keep talking about stupid shit, but, I got to bring it up because it's real talk. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Big Herc 916. Officially, I only got one real spanking my entire life. My mom did the best a 14-year-old could do, raising me with love and instilling values that will last a lifetime. I was a straight-A student and lived to make her happy. So how did I go astray? A horrible stepdad that stole my self-worth and invoked fear turned me into a person that I struggled to overcome. From skateboarding to selling drugs, gang banging in juvenile hall, I got caught the same way many young promising men get caught up. I struggled to find my identity, getting mixed up in shootouts, crime, and the adult entertainment industry. This roller coaster continued as I juggled college, hustling, and Hollywood, eventually catching a federal bank robbery case. I found redemption in prison while serving a 120-month federal sentence and came out a man on a mission. I became a social media influencer with over 500 million views on YouTube and a life coach mentoring people all over the world. This is my journey against all odds.
Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in exclusively at freshoutseries.com.